I'm going to start off talking about what I've been doing. So let me just make myself a lot smaller. So my old manager at Audi, he knew I wanted to get into travelling, and he said, come on Tom, COVID's been and gone, let's go travelling. So we went around North America for 9 weeks doing 15 states. I'm just going to talk about some of my favourite places. I'll tell you all the states I went. There was a lot of them. So we landed in San Francisco, California, which is, as you can see on Google right here. And we also did California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Pennsylvania, and New York. So that was 9 weeks, 15 states, 10 national parks, 18,000 miles. It's a big old bloody country. And it was just absolutely amazing. That was my first big travel trip, and we're just going to talk about my personal favourites. You can see some of the tabs up here. So we're going to start with San Francisco, which is where we landed. We flew from, I think it was Gatwick to Dublin, had my first Guinness ever in Dublin airport, and then we flew to San Francisco. Had a few nights in San Francisco. Never done a hostel before. We were in a hostel called the Auberge. It was an okay one, and there was just so much. San Francisco was my favourite city in America. So we did, as you can see here, Golden Gate Bridge. We did a day trip to Alcatraz, which is the abandoned prison in the middle of the ocean, which is pretty cool. We did this amazing hike called Twin Peaks. It's a great lookout. There we go. It's a great lookout spot, and oh my god, the views were absolutely stunning. You know, I'm from near Leicester. We don't have views. We've got Bradgate Park. It's a shithole. And then you come here, like, oh, the views were absolutely stunning. So it's absolutely amazing. San Francisco was great. Like, I'm from UK. I'm not from, like, I live in near Leicester, but there's not that many homeless people. Whereas San Francisco, we were near the Tenderloin. We were 1 block away from Tenderloin, which is where there's this drug in America, and someone leaving the comments, it might be fentanyl. Basically, they just walk around like they're an extra in The Walking Dead, and everyone was on fentanyl there, and they just look like zombies. And we were 1 block away from Tenderloin, which is where they all gather, so there's just tents and homeless people just sat everywhere. But it didn't put me off. San Francisco was absolutely great, and as I say, it was the first big place out of England that I've been. I thought, oh my god, it was absolutely amazing. So we spent good 4 days there, and then we got the Greyhound bus to LA, which was just a bit overrated, full of influencers, and I'm not this kind of person. The hostel wasn't very good, and it's just, you know, like, we did the hike up to the Hollywood sign. That was great, and we saw the Walk of Fame, but it was just not really the one. We took a day trip to La Jolla in San Diego because we thought, nah, we've had a few days in LA, it's not really what we thought it would be. So we decided to go to La Jolla in San Diego, which was stunning. It was Millionaires Row. Just, oh my god, you need to be into real estate or something to be living there. Honestly, the houses were absolutely insane. And then we where did we go from there? I just get mixed up. I think it was Arizona. As I say, there was so much travelling, and this was 2 years ago, so trying to remember it all, it's a bit hard. So we went to Nevada after, and we did a load of national parks. As I say, we did 10. Grand Canyon was my favourite, so we did 2 hikes. We did Angel's Landing, and I can't remember the other one, but these views were stunning. We didn't pay for this glass thing. It was like $40. I thought, come on, America, you're having our pants down there. But the views, like, we did 2-day hikes. I think it was like 3 hours down, 3 hours up. But even after 3 hours, you're not at the bottom. You don't realise the scale of the place until you're actually there, and you just feel like an ant. Like, it's just amazing. The views were just absolutely breathtaking, especially the second day. It was a clear blue sky. We went mid-April, and it was just absolutely stunning. Another real good one, it's not a national park, but it was I really liked it because you were actually at the bottom of the canyon. That was Antelope Canyon. Like, look at this. There's Horseshoe Bend, which is in the Grand Canyon, which we also visited. But you're actually in the canyon. This is in Page, Arizona. And oh my god, my friend found this, and it's absolutely stunning. Like, didn't really know much about it. You know, I sort of took the back step on planning this trip. But the views, like the fact, as I say, you were actually in the canyon. Like, if it will let me focus on my phone, I'll show you some of the photos. Like, it's not going to load, is it? Look, that's there. And I thought, oh my god, that looks like a Windows wallpaper. So that was absolutely stunning. One of my favourites for sure. I had my birthday. So my birthday was the end of April, I had my birthday in New Mexico, a place called Roswell, which is famous because a UFO apparently crashed there years ago. So it's like signs like this, like you've got an alien holding up a McDonald's sign, and it is, yeah, like holding up coffee signs, and it's a strange old place. But yeah, look, here we go. So the McDonald's is a crashed UFO, you know, because why not? You know, it adds a bit of charm to the place. But we went to this place called White Sands National Park a day after my birthday, and you think this is not America. I'm sorry, this does not look like America. Again, I took this really good photo of this place as well, and you like, in what world? Focus. Like, look at that. That is absolutely insane. Like, you wouldn't think that's America. So that was a real standout place. We got there nice and early, so it wasn't full of absolute loads of tourists. It was absolutely beautiful. Like, absolutely stunning. As I say, we did Bryce Canyon as well. There's another hike. We did a lot of walking, and it was just absolutely stunning. So we also, from San Francisco, did a day trip to Yosemite Park, which was absolutely breathtaking. Again, like the views, I love hiking, I love the outdoors, so it was just amazing. And we always had good weather, you know, it's America, so you're like, come on, it should be really good weather, and thankfully it was. We took a hire car picked up from Vegas. We did a few nights in Vegas, saw Tiesto, the DJ there, which was really good. And we picked the hire car up from Vegas and then dropped it off in Texas. So we had it for the 2 weeks while doing these national parks, because obviously they're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, so you have to get a hire car to drive around. And they know that because hire cars there are so expensive. At the time when we did this trip, I was 23, so I was under 24, so I'd get this young driver's tax. So every time we'd cross the state, we'd be paying this fee, and because we didn't return the hire car in the same state, they'd wanted a load of money. So it was expensive to hire a car, which is why we only had a hire car for 2 weeks and not the 9 weeks. The rest were just Greyhound buses sitting next to pretty strange people. Here's some great stories. So on one bus journey, there was like, I wasn't sat next to my mate, so it was like a seat at the front of the bus, seat at the back, and I was sat next to someone selling heroin, someone smoking weed, someone had just came out of prison. They were just, you know, you just want to put your AirPods in and just sort of listen to your own music, because there was a few oddballs, shall we say. A few of my personal highlights, I love New Orleans as well. Oh, that was like Jazz Central, Bourbon Street, and you've got the French Quarter. Both were absolutely amazing. You can see how vibrant and lively the places were. Absolutely amazing. We had the really cool hostel there where me and my mate just turned into alcoholics, basically. We were there for like 6 nights, and it's just the go-to thing is to just go out drinking. It was really good. During the day we were holding these little gators, lots of swampland around there, so you can see all the bayous where all the alligators and stuff are, or crocodiles. I've definitely said the wrong one, whichever one they are, but that was really good. Another one which I absolutely loved was Nashville, which was absolutely amazing. That was like country music, which was, look at like so much neon lights. It looks like, oh, it was just amazing. All the bars were absolutely rammed, and again we had a really cool hostel there as well. And then everyone loves New York, and I thought it'd be too touristy, but New York was actually really cool. I actually really enjoyed seeing Central Park, seeing the Statue of Liberty, seeing Times Square, and it's very busy. But again, I think we were there for like 5 nights, so that was the end of our trip. So that was coming towards the 9 weeks that we were there. But New York was absolutely amazing. So that was 10 minutes of me banging on about one of my trips. So I did